wonder if you've ever had a conversation with someone and you begin to kind of tell them what you're going through. Some of the struggles, the anxieties that you have, the worry that you carry. And maybe at the end of the conversation, you're kind of done and the one who you're talking to has been listening. And maybe they say, I'll pray for you. And it may not be that moment that they actually enter into prayer, but you leave kind of with the assurance and the hope that someone has heard you and they are carrying your concerns, your very life with them to God. We call that interceding on behalf of another. And you have this sense that no longer are you alone. This one has heard you, and this one is going to be praying on your behalf to God. There are a few people that I am so grateful who are praying for me. And sometimes I'll share a prayer request with them, and then maybe a couple weeks later, they'll check back and say, tell me about that. And I have a sense that they inquire about it because they've been praying for it and are kind of waiting to see how God's healing power has been at work. So there are two parts to this. One is how we ready ourselves for the healing work of God in our lives. How we trust that the one who loves us is also the one who will heal us and help us. And we open up our lives, our hearts, our lives to God, asking for God to bring healing, to bring help, to bring guidance, to bring wisdom. It may not always come in the way we expect or even the way we're asking, but God is at work healing us and helping us, and sometimes waiting for us to be honest about what we need God to provide us with. That's the first part. The second part is how we tend to the needs of people who are around us and our readiness to pray for them and to intercede on their behalf to God. And so just some ways that I've kind of learned how to do this, and I appreciate others. I watch them. Maybe recognize that you can be a channel of healing for God. And so the first part is to acknowledge that, God may well be using you as an instrument of healing in another person's life. And so get yourself kind of ready. As you're listening to somebody, ready yourself for the prayer that you will soon be lifting on behalf of this person to God. Maybe get rid of concerns about sounding right or looking good. It doesn't matter. You want to be able to tend to the person who has this need, because you will soon lift that request to God, either in person with that person or over the phone or just at a separate time. But you want to be listening carefully, releasing your own agendas, your own worries, tending to the need of that person, listening carefully. And then as you begin to pray, give some moment of quiet, of silence, because God may have something else God wants to guide you in for your prayer on that person's behalf. And then be diligent. Bringing that request to God, lifting up your hope for that person, letting yourself feel compassion for that one that has shared their need with you. And then a few weeks later, check back and ask how God has been at work, healing that person. I'm grateful that you have prayed for me. I am praying for you. Pray for one another and trust that God is at work healing. Remember, you're not alone. God cares for you. So do we.